folks, welcome to Week in Review. This is where I tell you about the reviews that I did last week, along with many other reviewers, both on the Dice Tower and on other great video shows. And so, quick snippets of games that we've done. Here we go.
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm Forrest from Browner's Game Corner. This is my Week in Review. First game I checked out was Slapshot from Columbia Games. This is a hockey card game. Very light game. I enjoyed it an awful lot. You're going to be drafting and trading your way to the top. Doesn't play well at 2 players, and I think some people might find it way too light, but still a lot of fun. Next I checked out Good Cop, Bad Cop, Undercover. Currently on Kickstarter right now. This is the second expansion of Good Cop, Bad Cop, and I liked it. I think if you like Good Cop, Bad Cop, you're going to like this expansion, but I don't think it's going to change anybody's mind about Good Cop, Bad Cop. It adds a new Undercover system where you're going to have an undercover role, aka a special ability that only you can do. A lot of fun to check out if you like Good Cop, Bad Cop. Next I checked out Snoopy Flying Ace game, and this is your typical mass market children's game. You can find it at Target. It has a really cool 3-dimensional aspect though, where Snoopy's going to be flying around the board. Unfortunately, the game is over in like less than 2 minutes, but it's not terrible, plus you can house rule it. Last but not least, I checked out Punchline, an oldie, but not really a goodie. It's like, what happens if you mix a humorous game with Scrabble, and unfortunately it doesn't work out too well because they try and focus a little bit too much on the game and not enough on the humor, but I think if you like word games, this isn't a bad one to check out. This has been my Week in Review. If you enjoy what I do, check out my channel too!
Hey there, I'm John from John Gets Games, and last week I reviewed Mod X. This is an abstract game that plays 2 to 4 players. It feels like gamers tic-tac-toe as you're putting one piece down and trying to make sets of 5 in a row or specific patterns. I really enjoyed the things you had to think about on your turn, how quick and easy it was to teach, but I hated the color style.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. This week I reviewed Foragers, which is the latest game from Dr. Finn's Games, the same person that did Biblios. This game you're going around as foragers trying to get food, and sharing them at fires and doing some set collection. It's sort of a Euro-based game. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but go see the different intricacies that I explain about there. Camel Up Supercup is the expansion for the Spiel des Jahres winner, Camel Up. Comes with 4 different modules, allows you to play with up to 10 players. There's certain modules I love, certain modules I absolutely hate, and there's some, and you'll hear about my crazy 1 hour and 45 minute when you throw all the modules in. Nuts. Latice is a abstract strategy game that's light enough to eat and get families involved, but yet has layers of depth that are not apparent right at the beginning. So if you like abstract strategy games, this is definitely one to check out. And I also did a video for my Kickstarter that I just launched for my own YouTube channel, so you can check that out as well and see if you could support me. And also I did a Rules School for Double Feature, which is a party game, and I just basically show you how to play it without having to read all the rules, and that's what I did this past week.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Week in Review. This week I was able to do 5 different videos. The first one was a video with Tom and I with Miami Dice, episode 190, where we did the game Gruff. Gruff is a neat little 2-player game, card combat game, where you have a herd of mutated goats. And each person is a shepherd, and they have their 3 mutated goats, and you're attacking the other person, trying to knock out the other shepherd or all of the other goats on the other team to be the first one to do that. So it's a neat little game. Go ahead and check that out. Pretty neat, but you make your final decision. Then I was also able to do 3 videos for out of a 4-part series for Twin Shadows. The Twin Shadows big box expansion for Imperial Assault. And I did 3 videos because I first of all talked about the Rebels, and then I talked about the Imperials, and then I talked about the mercenaries that you get inside that expansion for Imperial Assault. Now I'm also going to be doing a 4th video a little bit in the future where I actually talk about the campaign and the different campaigns that are in the box and that type of thing. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, go check out those other 3 videos that I've already done. And then I was also able to do a Battling Brushes, another Battling Brushes video with Rob Oren. And this week we painted a bunch of different models. Rob did the most of them, but he was able to do the Sisters of Pain, the Sisters of Pleasure, and then Hobsbawm from Arcadia Quest. And then I was able to do the Troll and the Minotaur from Arcadia Quest. So again, we're continuing that Battling Brushes series, and coming along pretty good. We've got 1 more week of painting, and then we have our final video of Arcadia Quest where we actually sit down and play the game together. So go ahead and check those out that we've already done, and that one from last week. We'll see you on the flip side, folks.
Hey folks, Z Garcia here. Last week I reviewed 5 games. I reviewed Costume Party, a very simple, light, simultaneous card selection game in which you are trying to pick a card no one else picked. It's about 15 minutes, and the game's a little forgettable. It's a little undercooked. I played and reviewed the Village Crone. The Village Crone is a game in which you are putting spells on the other players. It's a well-produced game, but it's a little too long, and it doesn't feel like you're doing enough in the game for how long the game is, so I was not too thrilled with it. I also reviewed Hocus, which is right here. This is a card game basically based on Texas Hold'em, on poker. And it's well done. It's very attractive, spell-driven kind of game, and I think it works well, especially if you enjoy poker already. I also reviewed My Happy Farm, and in this one you are, it's a very cute game in which you are growing your animals, feeding them what you have planted and harvested. It's a clever game, a light strategy game that I would recommend for gamers and non-gamers. A good mixed group game. And lastly, Manhattan Traffic, a tile-laying game right here. And this was my favorite of the bunch. I think it's clever, it's puzzly, it's quick, works well with varied numbers of players. And it just gave me the best amount of gameplay for time length. So I recommend this one, Manhattan Traffic, if you enjoy tile-laying games and puzzly games. So there you go. I'll see you next time.
Hey, and for me, first of all, a couple of horrific games. Trap. There's Zany Zombies and Nimble Ninjas. A really, really, really bad game in which you basically just play cards and see what happens. And then Kittens in a Blender, which is trying to get you to buy the game because it has really good artwork and, ooh, Kittens in a Blender, but the gameplay is totally uninspired and boring. Poulettes, which is a quick turn over tiles and try to match them game. Really good quality components. Not an awful game, but really there's a lot of other games that do it a little bit better, and it's not as kid-friendly as I would like. Sly Dice, which is a dice bluffing game. One I was really excited about. I like the idea of bluffing. I like the idea of rolling combinations, but sadly just feels kind of underdeveloped at this point. Across Africa, the rating here is not my rating. This is for little kids only. It is essentially a roll and move game. However, my kids got a really big kick out of it and liked it, so I give that rating. For me, it would be probably a 2. Storytelling. This is also another game for kids. A memory style game where you turn over tiles to match a story and have to remember things. And it there's 4 different stories in a box. My kids really enjoyed this one also. Rush and Bash. This is Mario Kart in a box. Very light, simple game. Maybe too simple for some people, but I really enjoyed just playing cards, moving from lane to lane, shooting other people with missiles, dropping bombs for other cars to run into. Simple and fast at the way these kind of games should be. One Night Ultimate Vampire, which is kind of a sequel to One Night Ultimate Werewolf. I mean, really a sequel. There are some changes and differences. If you like one, you'll like the other probably, and it adds more and it can even be combined. Jason and I took a look at Intrigue. This is an old, very mean little game where you are bribing other people to get get your relatives jobs in their family, and then you take the bribe and then give them a horrible job, or sometimes no job at all. Whew. Mean, 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 but fun. Casting, tremendously cool party-style game where there's different agents out there, and hilarious game where you write what each agent an answer, and that agent has to a question, and then one person has to guess what agent said what. A lot of fun. And Dungeon Masters, World's Finest, the DC version. Jason and I took a look at that this is the 3rd DC set. A lot of Batman and Superman fun cards in that set. So those are the reviews I did. Those are the reviews that everyone has done. Thanks so much for watching our weekend review. Don't forget to check out Board Game Breakfast. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell, and this has been Weekend Review.